think today's gonna be my Starbucks.
Green peach lemonade. Green tea, peach lemonade. Or unless you need a coffee.
Well, no one get coffee, but I'm trying not to get coffee. So.
Well, I'm telling you, if you want your life to be changed,
maybe I'll try that today.
It's absolutely amazing. I don't understand why I have 2 of these screens open, but that's okay. I run with it. Just gonna let it go, right? Okay, can you guys help me find full screen? Wait, right there. Look at that. Boom. Nice. Okay. Today we are on. That's just day 2. Okay, that's my bad. That should say day 4. So I'm sorry. I should say day 4. Okay. These should all be. Yep, these should. Okay, that's just my bad. That's the only thing I didn't change. So this should be day 4 at the top. Okay. Find the least common multiple and the greatest common factor of these 2 monomials. Let's go ahead and go straight into the least common multiple. What are the multiples of 12? It's going to be 60 because what are the multiples of 10? Good. You guys have improved immensely with your least common multiples, okay? So the number is 60. What about x's? X to what power? It is the 5th. And y to what power? The 3rd or the 1st? 3rd. Very good. I just need to verify that my sound is working so I don't have to redo all this again tomorrow. Testing sound. Okay, we're good. Okay, GCF. How about, let's go in reverse. What's a GCF of 12 and 10? What goes into 12 and 10? 2. Now, what x should I pick? Should I pick x4, x5? And what y should I pick? Y1. Very good. And I don't need to take it out. I just need to state what the GCF is. Okay, let's go to the next one. Kayla is going to arrive at prom. Sorry, Kayla. With $300 that she can spend. Just to get into prom, it's $45. And then it costs $6 for her to play a game, $4 for every picture that she wants to print out. She plays 10 games and she gets X pictures. Write an inequality to represent the situation below. Solve the inequality and write a true statement about what you solved for. So tell me a little bit about the 300. What is the 300? That is the, starts with a T. Good. And that always goes in the back of a problem. Can she spend $300? Yes, she can. Can she spend exactly $300? Yes, she can. Can she spend smaller than $300? Can she spend more than $300? No. So what inequality would that be? Good. Less than and equal to. Now, what is something that she has to spend no matter what? The money. What's the first number we see that she has to spend? 45. That's the number that goes in the back. And that's just a one-time fee, so it's just a positive 45 that she has to spend. Tell me something else she has to spend. And how do I do that? 6 times, what do you guys want game to be? X? I would actually not use X. Let's use G for game. $6 for a game. What else does she have to spend? What do you guys want to use for a picture? P. All right, now let's go to the next sentence. It says she plays 10 games. What do I do with 10 games? Good. So that's 4P plus 6 times 10 plus 45 is less than or equal to 300. I really think that when you guys get to the keystones, you might be able to solve this one just kind of using your natural intellect. Okay, I need to show you how to do it using algebra, but you can always think things through. Tell me a little bit about this problem. What should we do here? Good. Good. Make that 6 times 10 is 60. What else should we do, guys? Good. Nice. So let's combine our like terms. Very good. Do you guys know what 60 plus 45 is? Good. And that's going to be less than or equal to 300. And now I personally think this is kind of like your comfortable stage. What do we do with that 105? Good. That's going to be 4p is less than or equal to, does anybody know 300 minus 105? 195. Yeah, good. And then how do we solve for p? Okay. And what do we get? P is less than or equal to, it's going to be a decimal. I did that on purpose. I made sure when I did it that we got a decimal. 48.75. Because I don't have an answer key on me, can somebody verify that? Somebody verify for me, please. Okay. So what is that statement about the pictures? What does that mean? Uh-huh. Not quite. What was P? P stood for pictures, right? Didn't stand for the price of her pictures. What did P stand for? How many pictures she can get. Kayla can get, what can she get? 48 or less. Or no, how about let's say no more than 48. 48 pictures. I left off the decimal because you can't get part of the picture. One thing I do want to let you know, this was multiple choice. An easy trick for them to make is one of the multiple choice questions to say that each picture is $48.75. That would be an easy thing to trick students into. So make sure you know what your variables stand. Am I making any sense when I say that? Because we got 48.75. So if you saw that in a multiple choice, wouldn't that be really like tempting to pick? Okay, so just make sure you know what you're standing for and that you're answering the question. The question did not ask how much is the picture. We already knew that. How much are the pictures? How much are the pictures? $4. So it wasn't about how much they were, it's about how many can you get. All right, let's do number 3. Mrs. Langelli is buying bottles. Oh, this, Kayla, remember I told you to go to Starbucks and get peach lemonade iced tea? I apparently did that day because it says, I actually went to Walmart and I bought it. I looked how to make my own because I'm not going to pay Starbucks $5 anymore for a drink. So I looked how to make my own, and this is exactly what I did. Mrs. Langelli is purchasing bottles of lemonade. I did. And bottles of peach juice. What's that? No, they were each $2.59. So I fudged the numbers a little bit to work for the graph. Mrs. Langelli, but I did actually go to Walmart and I did buy a bottle of lemonade and I bought a bottle of peach juice. And I definitely did not buy 20 bottles, but so I guess that's true. She will buy no more than 20 bottles of juice altogether. And spend no more than $54. I definitely did not spend $54 on juice. Okay. However, you get 11 of those at Starbucks, you're at $54. Each bottle of peach juice is $3. That's pretty close to what I actually spent. And each bottle of lemonade was $2.50. That was actually pretty darn close to what I really spent. The graph below shows the situation. Okay, here we go. Write a true statement describing all possible solutions when x is 7. Let's go to our graph. Can everybody find where x is 7 and draw kind of like an indicator where x is 7? Where would you guys like me to kind of like x is 7, x is 7? Do you guys see it? Okay, tell me, I'll just use, look at the circles on the board. This 7 or this 7? The bottom 7, that's where x is 7. All right, go up the graph, up. Go to the top of the double shaded area. Is this the double shaded area? No. Is this the double shaded area? No. Is this the double shaded area? No. This is the double shaded area. Okay, so go up, and find the top of the double shaded area at 7. So go find 7, go up. Yeah, if I had done a better job, it would be about 12. Yeah. Okay. So what kind of statement can I make about that? What kind of statement can I make about that? What is 7? Should I give you some more guidance? What is 7? Is 7 how many cats I buy? is how many what? Yeah, of what? Of which one? 7. Okay, so Mrs. Langeli will buy 7 bottles of peach juice. And what about the lemonade? Not necessarily just 12 bottles. I can buy anything under here. So we're going to say, instead of saying 12 bottles, we're going to say no more than 12 bottles of lemonade. Because if I got 13 bottles of lemonade, I would not be in the double shaded region anymore. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, can you just wait? We're almost done. Like, really have to get through a couple. Can you wait till the end of that? It'd be lovely if you can. If you can't, you may go, but I would love it if you could. Can anybody do this one? She'll buy no more than 20 bottles of juice. Is anybody able to do that? No more. Kind of. Almost. How about that? How much? Almost. You said equals 20? Oh. No, I actually thought you said 20, but this is still wrong. Does anybody know why it's wrong? No more. Less than or equal to. No more than 20 means less than or equal to. No, if she said she bought 20 bottles, that would be, you would get with the equal sign. But no more means less than or equal to. How about this one? She'll spend no more than $54. Uh-huh. What about the $3 for peach juice and the $2.50 for lemonade? Yep. Now, if you're not sure, it said 3 for peach juice. Peach was the x-axis, and lemonade was the y-axis. So that's why we put the 3 with the x and 2.5 with the y. That's what that graph is over here. That's what I typed into Desmos. That's what I graphed. Okay. Go on. Number 4. My husband and I play Mario every night. This is literally what's going on in my head. Whatever is in my head is what I type on the paper for you. Every Mario game that my daughter wants to buy is $45. Every Sonic game is $15. Only whole numbers of games may be purchased. A customer will buy a total of 11. Oh, crap. That should have said a total of 11 games. Man, I thought I fixed it all. Okay. Total of 11 games and pay $255. Write and solve a system of equations that models the Mario games, X, and the Sonic games that they purchase. Okay, who can go back a couple of days and tell me one equation? One equation, please. What's that? I like that. So far, I like everything that you've said. That is correct. You ate them all, right? I can throw this away. Okay. What was the X plus Y? Nice. So she has her money problem, the top one, and she has her number of games, the bottom one. All right. Now, you guys, we have mastered this in the last quiz. What do I do? 45 goes. And what about in the top? -1. You guys remember that from the quiz? Yeah. No. Help me. Yeah, we're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What's that make? All right. So you're distributing by multiplying. This is called solving a system of equations. Right here, I want to highlight this. You guys need to know what that means in order to take your keystones. That just means, hey, give me a couple of equations. That's what that system means. It's just a fancy thing for saying make some equations. What's the bottom one if you multiply by 45? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, dear heavens. Okay, now I'm really ready. 45x, 45y. What is it, hun? 4. I don't think so. I think it's 4. Not 450. I think it's 495.
45?
Yeah, you did times 10 instead of times 11, I think. Am I right at 495? Do you guys want to see something cool about multiplying by 11? I'm going to show you anyway, so you may as well say yes. If you're multiplying 45 by 11, I learned this. If you just take down the 4 and the 5 and then add them, that's how I knew it was 495. There you go. It's a trick for multiplying by 11. All right. Sorry. That was just for free. You're welcome. Tell me what to do now. Good. Mm-hmm. What do the y's make? 30y. Okay. What about the constants? Good. I was getting worried that I had done a bad thing, but no, this is good. Now what? Good. What's y? Okay. That's good, but that's not done. You like the top problem? I like the bottom problem. Do you? Do you guys know Thorn, why do I like that bottom problem more than the top one? Look at the two black equations. Why is the bottom one so much better? I'll try again. Yeah, that doesn't have like much to deal with at all. So we have x plus y equals 11. What am I going to erase though? I'm going to erase the y, and what am I going to put in? 9. Okay, now how do I solve? Yeah, 11 minus 9 is. Okay, if you put that on the keystones, I would love to think they'll give you credit. Why will they probably not though? Word problem. What's that? You just need to say what is x? What was x? To what? It's a word problem, so they have to have labels. What kind of games? There you go. Yep. If you don't do that, you might not get credit. So make sure if it's a word problem, you put on your labels, okay? All right, number 4B. Another customer claims that he can purchase 5 games and pay $125. Use a system to describe why they are. Look at what they are incorrect. We need to prove why they are incorrect. What should I do first? Who can do the 5 games thing? Megan, you know how to do this. Let me check something. You're doing great. Can anybody do that part? Who can make the equations this time? What was that? What does? Yep, you're right. But what? I need an equation though. What equals 125? Use Megan's as a kind of like the springboard. 45x plus 15y. Anything that has to do with money there. So we are changing, look at the red highlights, we are changing what they equals. Okay, and we're going to prove that that person is incorrect. What's the other equation then? Yeah, equals. No, but thank you for trying. What was the 11? What did the 11 represent? Games. How many games did this person buy? 5. There you go. That's what it is. All right. What are we going to multiply the top by? What are we going to multiply the bottom by? And what did I automatically do wrong? If I were taking the keystones, what is wrong and with this picture? That's right. The outside, we got to make sure all of our work stays inside that box. My daughter, right, she took her PSSA's first one yesterday. She goes, Mommy, my sentences were too big. I wrote too big. I had to erase it. I was so proud of her. She goes, I erased it and rewrote it so it fit inside of the box. I was like, good. Good. That's the only way it's going to count. So 1, 2, 3. I encouraged her to read her directions twice. I'm going to encourage you guys to do the same thing. All right, what do we do here? What do you get? What about the bottom? What's 45 times 5? It's too bad you're not using that brain of yours right there, because you are usually pretty good at mental math. Choose to use that brain, you'll do just fine. Tell me about those x's. What happens? Okay, what about the y's? How about those? What's that make? You should be able to do that in your head. Good. Divide by, and what happens? Do you know? Mental math?
You get decimals.
Good. What do you get? 3. All right. So how does this prove that that person is incorrect?
Because you can only get 3 letters.
Good. Look, I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to say this proves you cannot. What did he say? You cannot buy 5 games for how much money did he claim? Okay. Because you cannot. What was wrong with this answer? Thorne, what was wrong with this answer? No, your face, you're making those faces. That's not going to help you solve this, is it? You can't buy what? Cannot buy what? Decimal. Or you can only buy whole numbers, maybe? Remember how it said you can only buy whole numbers? All right, take a look at that countdown. We have until day 12 to get you prepared. Okay? That might look like a lot of time, but I'm going to continue to repeat these questions over and over and over again. So the fact this is our second time doing these types of problems. Okay? The hesitation. Well, once I feel like you've got this, or at least those who are willingly trying to participate, we'll move on to different types. Okay, but I'm just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again until I feel like you're ready. All right, and then you can just, we'll get a quiz in here about this stuff because I can't just keep doing review. We got to actually give you grades for stuff, okay? All right, this one. Last problem of the notes. Solve and graph the compound inequality. I know. -2 is correct. Okay, I would like to show you what he has on his screen. I don't disagree with it. Let me make sure I say that. Okay, this I agree with. However, it also has to go over here. This is a double problem. You're going to do -2, so this happens. Do you know what I mean by this happens? The 2 goes away. What's our goal? To get what by itself, folks? X. Tell me what that makes. Okay. I did this problem quickly, but I think I'm good because I wanted something to happen. What do we do now? No, it has to do with the X. We got to get X by itself. Paying attention back there?
Oh, divide by which one?
Divide by what?
10.
Divide by what number though? -4. Okay, so watch guys, -4 is our ultimate goal, but we have to do it here and we have to do it here. What is, now go left to right. What is 10 divided by -4? Okay. Hold on one sec. I'm waiting for something here that I think you forgot. And that's why I did this one. This is now less than or equal to. Divide by a negative. It would change again. What's -12 divided by -4? Not quite. +3. Does anybody know if this, what kind of graph this would look like? You did these in your previous classes, but that does not mean that you remember them. Does anybody have any guess as to what this graph would look like? It looks like an and problem. That's right. So what kind of circles do you want me to use? Closed. Okay, here, let me make it like this. Why are we using closed circles? Yeah, because we have that equal to. It's less than or equal to, yeah. -2.5, let me change back here. Does anybody remember these or not? No, that's okay. I mean, that's why we have them on here. Do you guys know where -2.5 is? I assumed you did, but I want to make sure I at least ask for anybody who might be struggling. Now, what about, I would be very happy. My expectation is that one of you, at least one of you, could actually read that backwards. Can you, like, literally, like, almost like in a dyslexic way, like from the right to the left? Can anybody read that backwards? Just the red highlight. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Just the red thing. Well, when you read that backwards, it's actually saying x is greater than or equal to negative 2.5. So it goes this way. But then what does it say about, what does this one say? Look, what does that red highlight say? Less than. So there it is. That's your graph. Now, when you look at the keystones, they're just going to have multiple choices. Or actually, this was not a multiple choice. This was an open-ended. Not only was this an open-ended, it was a word problem that was an open-ended. And Kayla and I both agreed, no, too much. It was just too much. Remember that one about the cement truck? Too much. I thought if we can get them warmed up, because this was just the beginning. It was a word problem. You had to solve. Now, if it's a word problem, you could at least solve it. I think now that we've done this, the rest of it was very difficult. Okay, I would be willing to let you miss those 2 points on the keystones if you could at least get that for 1 point. Okay, the rest of the word problem was too much to even try to do. I think. Okay, I think that would just be a little over the top. All right, do you guys have any questions on anything we went over? All right, I think this is a skill. You know what you can do with these ones? You guys are really good at solving these ones, I think. I think the setup is still kind of difficult. Okay. And I'm going to stop that recording. Does the homework look good if I post it? There's nothing that needs like edited? Yes. Okay. How do I stop recording? I hit stop recording. I guess that would be